So this is going to be a cloth pad tag. I was tagged by Natural Mama 85, and it's a lot like the cloth diaper tag Obs and Layla created. However, it is just for cloth pads, which I thought was really cool. Now, the first question is, what is your favorite style of pad? When I am traveling, I like Luna pads, which, right here, it has a insert. You can just change the insert. That way you don't have to have a whole lot of pads when you're traveling. So you could just have like one wet bag full of inserts and then a few of the outer shells, and you'll be fine even for like a weekend. But when I'm at home, I do like the all-in-one pads, which have like the waterproof backing, of course, and there's no like inserts or anything like that. The core is sewn in. Now, as far as my favorite brands go, I don't really have favorite brands. I love all of my pads, most of my pads. Some I do not like as much as others, but I don't really have a favorite brand or even like 2 or 3. I like most of my pads. Favorite colors. This may surprise you guys, but I actually like really bright colors. So I like pink, I like yellow, I like, anything bright or girly or anything like that. I love. And I've not had any issues with staining or anything like that. So, yeah, pretty much the only thing I don't like, I don't really like black pads as much, and I don't really like all white pads. But other than that, anything fun, girly, bright, I'm all into. Favorite prints. I love this right here, which a lot of places call Carnival Owl. This is my favorite print. I also love my Modern Acorn print. It's got the little bow stitching and all of that. I love this print. And then this right here, which is from York Craft, which is all about like recycling and saving energy and stuff like that. So yeah. Oh, and then Luna pads. I love these elephants. Okay. Favorite length or size? For liners, if I am wearing a liner, if I'm like close to ovulation or something like that, usually I will wear like a 6 to an 8-inch liner. If I'm spotting, usually like an 8-inch. But I don't really like long liners. I prefer shorter liners, definitely. As far as regular pads go, I like 10 inches to like 10 and a half. Super, I like around 11. And then overnight, I like anywhere from like 12 to 14 inches, depending on what cycle day I'm on. If I've got like a really heavy flow overnight, I definitely prefer a longer pad, just because I can kind of shift around at night, and the pad does. And the pad doesn't move, but my underwear tend to move while I'm sleeping. Favorite fabric top. I am definitely a fan of OBV, cotton, flannel for going out because they're thin. Bamboo velour, cotton velour, those are really soft. Minky, I really only like for overnight or if I'm staying in. It's a very comfy, very soft fabric, but it is a thicker fabric, so it's not my favorite, especially during the summer because it does tend to kind of be a warmer fabric. So yeah. Favorite fabric backing. Probably WinPro. It definitely looks nicer during the long run, and I personally think it does like retain the water inside better. That way you don't have any leaks or anything like that. You do sometimes get with a looser fleece. And while I do like nylon and PUL, because they're really thin. They're just not my favorite, mainly because if I'm like walking for a really long time, for me it does tend to bunch if I've got it on for like, I don't know, 3-4 hours. But if I'm going to change it like every 2 or 3 hours, usually PUL nylon is fine. Favorite pad for overnight. I have 3, which I'm going to show you. And this isn't necessarily like my favorite, but it's like my favorite, I guess, brand for the overnights. Tree Hugger. I have like 6 of these, and I love them all. I cannot wait to use these postpartum. They are amazing when we do get pregnant and have a baby. I also like Terra Pads by Karma because they're a lot like a Tree Hugger. They're a little bit longer, just a smidge, but they do have a more contoured shape, if you can see. Right there in the center. I'll try and compare these for you really quick. Well, Tree Hugger is like a rectangle. Karma Pads are just a smidge more narrow in the center and flared at the front and back. So I definitely like those two. And then I like Domino Pads just because these hold a ton. These I think are really going to be great those first few days for postpartum. And these are amazing if I'm having a really heavy flow overnight. It was also really great. I had pneumonia and was in the hospital, and because of that IV, I could not get up to pee, but every like 5 hours, sometimes with it going, it would be like 6, and Domino Pads definitely held up through that, so I was really happy. Favorite pad for going out? I actually have 2, which I do not see right now. Oh, here it is. Essence of Eve. I really like them because they're really thin and very floppy. And for me, floppy is awesome because it seems like it disappears better in my underwear. Even though this is like 11 inches, it's still a really great pad. And it does hold a lot. My other favorite is Party in My Pants. And then I do like Raspberry. But I actually do not have one to show you because I just put those up. Sorry about that. Favorite panty liner. I have 2 favorite, I guess, brands of panty liner. One is Pink Lemonade Shop. This is her Minky liner. Surprisingly, if it's like dead of summer, my go-to liner is probably a Silver Liner Amber liner. However, now that it's winter here where I live, and even like fall and spring, I really do love this one. I love the print too. Carnival Owls, totally cute. And then my hybrid reversibles from Tree Hugger. I only have 3 of each of these, but I don't wear a lot of liners. Last cycle was an exception, but usually I wear maybe like 5 liners my entire cycle, so I definitely don't wear a lot of liners. But these are really great. This one is actually minky on both sides. Most of hers are bamboo on one side and minky on the other. However, I wanted minky on both sides for 2 out of 3. It works perfectly fine. Really cute. Love the snaps. I love this pad all together. And it's really, I don't know, it's like the perfect panty liner. Both of these, they're just amazing. And I think it's like, I don't know, 6.5, 7 inches maybe? Maybe even 7.5. I'm not sure. I'll put it in the down bar because I honestly don't know, but I love these 2 liners. Favorite pad in my stash overall? Probably this one right here. Because I like your craft and this is a really cute print. That's at the moment. It probably changes like every month because I do love all of my pads. I love the pattern on my Modern Acorn, but I don't really like the pad itself. So I do love looking at this pad, just not really so much using it, which kind of defeats the purpose. But yeah. Favorite laundry detergent? I definitely love Rock and Green Finrock. Other people use like an all free and clear or some other type of free and clear, and that works fine. But this is specifically for blood. So I find this works amazing. I've never had any stains. I have really hard water, so all free and clear. The 2 times I did use it, it did not get my pads like as fresh and awesome as I would have hoped. So I think if you have hard water, personally I prefer this. That's just me. Favorite stain remover? That would be Bunch of Farmers, which I thought I had on. I do. Okay, Bunch of Farmers stain remover. Comes in a stick right like this. I actually have a stick I keep kind of graded for a spray bottle, and then I also have this, which usually I just keep right by my sink when I have my period, and I just scrub it in. I've had no stains at all with any of my pads. Over 200 pads at one point, and I do like a lot of like yellow or pads that have white in them. For example, like right there is white. You know, and I don't have any single stain. Actually, I take that back. I do have one stain, but that was a pad that got left under the seat of my car for like a month, which I know is really gross. That was my fault, not the stain sticks. Favorite storage items? I love my double-sided wet bag from Small J, or SNJAE. However, I did my new purse for spring, because yes, I am one of those people that replaces their purse with every season. I just got my new purse, and this is not going to fit in it. So I'm thinking about maybe emailing her about a custom one that would be like that size, or probably even like that, maybe. Or maybe I'll get a Planet-wise one. I don't know yet. But I know this one's not going to fit anymore, so I'm kind of sad. Also, I love just having a pail that I put them in beside my toilet. It's just me and my husband, and he knows I use cloth pads, so that's just me. If you live with other people, you might want like a wet bag is more discreet, but for us, I personally love my pail. And you can soak your pads in it. However, lately I've just kind of like left the lid of our washer open because we have a top loader, and put a scoop of OxyClean in there and let it soak overnight if I need to soak them, and then wash them that way. It's a little bit less work. So yeah. Favorite place to purchase? I love Etsy. I love Hyena Cart. I do like the bigger brand pads also, like Luna pads, Party in My Pants, Tree Hugger, Domino pads, Glad rags, like the older and more established, I guess, pad companies. I am definitely all for them also. So, I don't know. I've probably gotten a good bit of my pads off of Etsy and found a lot of great sellers on there. However, you do have to be careful because, quite frankly, there are pads that kind of suck on Etsy. Same thing with Hyena Cart, so you just have to be careful. My favorite thing about cloth pads, probably that I'm not throwing away stuff, and they're way more comfortable, and to me they do seem more absorbent. But yeah, that's just kind of me. If you guys have any more questions or anything like that, feel free to ask. I do not actually, I don't know who I'm going to tag yet. I'll put it in the down bar, and message you if, you're who I decide to tag. Right now, I don't really know. But yeah, that is it. Bye, guys.